All right. In other news, so there's this other thing we want to talk about today, which was it was on the GTA forums posted by a user, and I thought it was pretty interesting because it stems from the Red Dead Redemption 2 collector's box, and it shows Dutch Vanderland, Arthur Morgan, and Sadie all on playing cards. And if you take a look at the cards here, Rue actually made a video about this the other day. So if you click on his channel, him and Dean are both linked down in the description. But he uploaded this video a few days ago, kind of talking about this. And Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderland are seen on the playing cards as both king cards. Now, one thing to note is that there's 4 sets of each face card to a deck. You have spades, what else do you have? Diamonds, hearts, and then, was it clovers? Yeah.
So, yes, clovers. That's right.
And so that that makes a need for 4 king cards, 4 queen cards, etc. But I feel like this was kind of purposeful, something to do with like a power struggle between Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderland. Maybe it's a story detail leaked. Rue, you can kind of talk about how you don't think so. I like looking really into this stuff and kind of going like way off the deep end and down the rabbit hole on why they're doing this types of stuff.
If Arthur was a Joker, like let's say Arthur was the Joker in the deck, then I'd probably be like, "Ooh, that looks interesting." But I think it's more likely that they've just made a decorative deck of cards. Like that would be my take on it. Like if you were to look into it, like you could suggest that maybe if they were different, like if they weren't 2 king cards, I'd feel more like interested in it. Like if it was Arthur's a jack, which is 1 lower than a queen, and definitely lower than a king, I might be like, ooh, that looks that's why I wonder why. Like maybe that shows that Arthur's like definitely below Dutch, but still sort of relevant. I don't know. It didn't strike me as something that was hugely important, but it's a good spot anyway. Like it's never a bad thing to bring this stuff up. Excuse me.
What if I told you to take a look at the collector's box again? Oh, sorry, you actually cut out completely. My internet, I thought, just went out. I thought you were done talking. That was my bad.
What if you
I didn't
just
mean
went
to just talk over you.
What if you just went and got your facts straight, Rube?
It sounded like you cut off, and I was like, oh, I guess that's it. If you take a look at the cigarette cards as well, there's a king that's shown, and I don't think this game is going to have anything to do with medieval knights and kings from Gothic Europe, but that's what one of the king cards looks like on the 12 cigarette cards that are shown on the collector's box, which if you go to the Newswire and you look at what the cigarette cards are about, they're about Western outlaws and people like that, like famous figures, but I don't know why the king is getting brought into this. If you zoom up closely, that's what you see. So I'm wondering if that comes into play as well.
It could be metaphorical, which is what's implied. Like if you're talking about like gang hierarchy, you're talking like Arthur's king, Dutch's king. Could be metaphorical in like their rank and stature. It was where we went off the deep end with like, could it be that Arthur overthrows Dutch? And I just felt like that was a huge jump, but an interesting idea anyway. Like if you were to just say like, could this be the story, like with no like cards or anything behind it? It's a cool idea. It just seemed like a big jump. I like the cards though. Like I'd almost buy the collector's box just for those cards, because I like collecting cards. Or not collecting them, but like the collector's cards. Decks of cards can be quite interesting. I hope they're good quality, because sometimes you get very, very bad cards that like bend easily and they get like a line through them, and you can they're just not good. You need good quality cards.
Yeah, I find it interesting on the 3 of the characters, the king, Dutch and Arthur. Even in the trailer we can figure out, and we can even see that Arthur is like Dutch's best man. Dutch's best man? I mean Arthur's best man. So I do find that relationship real interesting as well. It is an interesting concept, and as they say, pictures do paint 1,000 words, I do believe is the saying. So, there's a lot you can figure out from the cards as well, and it's just it's an interesting concept. So you know, well done, Rue, for that.
I think it was Hazard that came to me with it. Like he got it off of somewhere, and like I just looked at it. And
You got
cool
the video
anyway,
first though.
Oh yeah, well, you know, time zones and stuff. But if you look at like anything, like I'd need a little more. Like maybe if we saw John in a card, and maybe he is, we just didn't see it. You know, maybe John's a jack or something along those lines. Maybe John's a queen. You never know. Throwing it out there. That would make total sense in this progressive 2018 society, Dean.
Yeah.
But you know.
The other card that's in there is an ace next to Sadie, because that's on the screenshot it's discarded, but if you look on the collector's box, you have in the order of Arthur Morgan to Dutch, then you have the deck of playing cards, or the box that holds the cards, and then you have an ace of hearts next to Sadie. It just doesn't have any character on there. And so,
yeah, because the ace isn't a picture card, that's the problem. So the queen, jack, king, they're picture cards, so like they'll always have the photo of a king or whatever on it. The ace doesn't; it's just the diamond in the middle or whatever. So
maybe
it wouldn't have
striking out.
It wouldn't have room for the photos on. That's the difficulty. Like I don't know. It is interesting though, because usually kings or whatever would probably have they'd all look the same. That was the thing that did pique me interest, is that usually they're all the same on a deck of cards. So like they don't look different. Even if it's a different suit, they'll all look the same, just a different colour. So there is something to it. It's just I don't know. Like we'd have to see.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get some form of like character trailer or something like that, so that we know what we're dealing with like Arthur soon.
Well, anyways, that's pretty much all of the the information so far for Red Dead Redemption 2 that we know. As we did speak about in this video, the leaked supposed gameplay seen at E3 behind closed doors was very interesting, as we did cover a lot of that in this video. And also, there is more news to come in the near future from Rockstar. It's only going to be a matter of time before we do see a new trailer or even some more screenshots or whatever it might be, but it will be very soon. So anyways guys, if you did enjoy watching this video, make sure you do drop a like, and go check out Rue's channel. He makes great Red Dead Redemption 2 videos. He also streams Fortnite as well, if you guys are interested. And if you guys want to go check out Hazard's channel, he makes awesome videos too. We all make videos on Red Dead Redemption 2, so that is what we're here for until the release of the game and beyond. So if you guys did enjoy watching, again, subscribe to all of our channels. And yeah, Rue, would you like to say goodbye?
I'll see you later, everybody. I'm sorry I talk far too much sometimes.
And Hazard.
And I'll catch you guys later.